Okay, guys. Uh, First of all, sorry that this is being uploaded late. I had a lot of stuff to do today, and I've been working on my project that I'm doing. But anyway, welcome to day 10 of my vlogs. And like I said yesterday, I promised that I was gonna get into the aftermath of what happened after our first fight. Okay, the first, few days after the fight was, I'm sure it was very hard on her, but it was also hard on me just because of the fact that that I had no one to talk to about this. That since every text that I sent to Chrissy was just being ignored, basically. I didn't know what to do. I knew that I had to try to win her back. That I was obviously sorry, and I had to apologize somehow. But for the first few days, I tried my best to do stuff that, in hindsight, weren't very good. I tried to win her by buying her stuff, buying her all sorts of things. Like, I don't even know I don't even remember what I sent. Like flowers, chocolates, all that stuff that I had learned from movies, and I kind of knew that they probably weren't going to work just because of the fact that I was like, it wasn't even me, it was just me trying to buy her off, and it made no sense. But like after the first few days, I started to realize that if I was going to win her back, that I needed help from somebody. I couldn't do this by myself, because not only did I not know the first thing about dating when we started dating, I didn't know the second thing. And the second thing, by what I mean by that is, like, I barely know how to talk to girls. How would I know how to win them back? And I had thought about calling her parents, but then I was like, I never even met them. How would they take that? How am I supposed to go up to them and be like, hi, this is Oliver, I'm dating your daughter, can you help me with this? It made no sense to me. I was like, that's not going to work. So, I kept thinking about it, and I was like, it finally came to me. I was like, wait a minute. I knew exactly who could help. I could call her roommate. Now, I have to say that that Chrissy did not live by herself in her apartment, obviously. That when she moved here to Houston, that she had moved with her best friend from Georgia obviously into that apartment. So her roommate / best friend was, it's kind of funny that I don't want to reveal Chrissy's real name, that I'm using, a fake name, because I don't want to spill anything, but I don't think it's a problem if I tell you her best friend's name, because of the fact that, first off, let me say that her name was Rios. And what I mean by that is that her name wasn't really Rios, but that was her last name, and that's what everybody called her by. If you have like a big group of friends, there's usually that one guy that you call them by their last name. I had somebody in high school that I knew that was like that. But anyway, I digress. So I was like, I'd never really met her roommate. I might have said like a word or two passing by, but I knew that, that if there was anyone here that could help me, it would be Rios. And it just so happened that I had her phone number. I don't remember exactly if this is true, but I believe I had her number in my phone because there was a day where me and Chrissy were hanging out, and it was either her phone was dead or her phone was dying, and she had to call her because she'd forgotten her keys, and so she had to use my phone. And so either way, I had the number logged on my phone. So I shot her a text. I was just like, "Is there any way we can hang out and talk about Chrissy?" And I was like wondering. I was like, I hope she answers this, because I know that it's a little iffy that even if she were willing to help me, she's Chrissy's roommate. That what if Chrissy saw it? But I guess I had luck on my side, because she texted me back a few minutes later and was like, "Yeah, sure." Like, I guess she knew that we were obviously going through a bad time, considering she lived with Chrissy. So we figured out a place to meet. And when we did, I was just, I told her my story. I was like, "Look, I know we don't really know each other. I wouldn't even call us friends. We're associates? We're acquaintances. We know each other through Chrissy. But I need her help. That I need your help. That if I'm gonna be able to win Chrissy back, that I couldn't do it alone." And I bled my heart out to Rios. I was like, I understand what I did was wrong. That maybe I could never make up for lying to her, that early into a relationship, and for a stupid lie like that. But that I had to, make this right. And I was like, I looked her in the eye and I was like, "Look, Rios, what you have to understand is that this isn't just me trying to win her back as her boyfriend. This is me trying to at least win her friendship back." Because I was like, if she doesn't want to go out anymore, I don't like it, but it's fine. But if she doesn't want to be friends anymore, then that's not fine. That I can't take that. That I would... How do I put this? That I would fight as much as I had to win back her friendship. And if she could take me back as her boyfriend, then that's fine. That would just be icing on the cake. I told Rios, I was like, I can live without being her boyfriend. It'll kill me, but I can live with it. But I couldn't live without being friends with Chrissy anymore. That I know that I'd only known her for a few months. It wasn't even a year we'd known each other, but I could tell her with no doubt in my mind that Chrissy was my best friend. That if she left, that I'd have nothing. That I'd be back to what I was before, and I didn't want to go back to where I was before. I remember the first thing that, after I said all that to Rios, I remember the first thing she said was, that she said that she almost cried. And so I was like, "So you'll help me?" And she's like, I remember her saying, "I don't think you need my help." And I was like, what do you mean? I definitely need your help. I need something to fix this. And so she was like, listen, I think all you need to do is tell her that yourself. That you don't need me. That it didn't matter if I sent her... It didn't matter if I freaking sent her like an Xbox or a PlayStation at the point that all she wanted was, you know. So I was like, I tried that, you know, I tried to call her and she doesn't want to pick up. And she's like, look, you two obviously have stuff to work out. So she gave me her keys and she was like, let me know when you're done. And I know that this kind of ends on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Well, I wouldn't say cliffhanger, it ends on a very anticlimactic note. So, you know, I did just that. I took Rios' keys, I went to their apartment. Obviously Chrissy was very startled at me coming there. But, you know, I said exactly what I said to Rios, that I said that, you know, I needed this, that it may sound a little on the crazy side, but I was like, I don't want to lose my best friend that I've barely had best friends in my life to begin with, and I knew that I didn't want to lose another one. So, you know, so she took me back. That, like I said, it was kind of anticlimactic. And, you know, she obviously was just like, we're just gonna have to take things slow at first, because she was still obviously a little mad at me, so I was like, that's fine. It didn't bother me. I was like, that's fine, we can be friends for now. We can just be friends, and we'll take it from there. And that's the story of the first time that the two of us fought, and how we made up. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and you know, definitely share this video if you liked it, and if you think that anyone else would like it as well. If you've been watching this entire time, thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And until next time, see ya.